This is the fourth project we are going to present today. It is a Horizon project focusing on digitalization for sustainable wood mobilization. The project focuses on solutions and knowledge transfer for mostly digitized solutions targeting the harvesting and the wood supply chain in Europe. As was presented many times also today in these presentations, wood is a key part in the bioeconomy. It's the main resource where the interests are growing from many sides. But the forest industry itself has to also compete and becoming more successful, let's say, also in a global perspective, because wood is nowadays a global commodity. And all these innovation aspects from the digital field also need to be taken up and need to be upscaled in the sector. So this is a coordination and support action, and we are focusing on collecting best practices and innovations all along the supply chain, of course, focusing on forestry and wood harvesting, but also having a look at the later supply chain, and prepare good content and good digestible best practices that can be transferred and disseminated in the sector. So it's a consortium of 21 partners, a quite focused 2 years project that started this January. The coordinator is the Steinbeis Innovation GmbH in Germany. But in the consortium, we see several InnovaWood members. Luke, the Holzraster Steiermark, the BFH is in, the Landesbetrieb Wald und Holz in North Rhine-Westphalia is a strong partner as well as CESEFOR, the network organization in Spain, in Soria. And also because of this project, recently the cluster of bioeconomy in Greece joined InnovaWood. So there are 3 axes, I would say, where this focus has a focus. The first is information and knowledge. We try to collect and transfer and communicate these best practices and research findings. This is by compiling a large set of project abstracts and fact sheets. And we also will produce a series of small videos to present really relevant and really interesting solutions. Some of these contents will also be prepared into MOOCs and webinars, and we will create a joint sharing platform. And all these aspects, let's say the content that we are selected, they are validated with workshops with many stakeholders in the regions. Regarding cooperation and innovation, the project tries to support actually the actors in the consortium together with stakeholders to set up regional roadmaps and also to create a common, let's say, cross-regional roadmap for the network, comparing these different priorities and the best options in the regions and trying to set up also the ground for new consortia. One focus is, for example, the regional operational groups, which are at the moment really mainly active in the field of agriculture, but there is substantial funding also available for forestry activities. And so the project aims to set up at least 2 regional operational groups. And a second aspect is also to think of making forestry more visible in the ARCIS community, the Agricultural Knowledge and Information Systems. It's a special group also more active in agriculture at the moment, but that is why we have been selected as a project to contribute actually best practices and collection of knowledge for these groups. And last but not least, business support is also the third axis, where we try to connect with regional actors. So there will be a series of workshops held where innovative ideas will be presented and also disseminated. We will also disseminate this training material specifically towards companies and innovators in the regional hubs, and trying to identify hands-on business support ideas that can be spread through also these innovative tools. The project is set up in a group of hubs. Actually, it's a follow-up project of the previous Rosewood project, which initiated the first 4 hubs. And within Rosewood 4.0, we have created the basis for a 5th hub focusing on Central and Eastern Europe, and this brings in several new partners. So the Northern hub combines Finland, Sweden, Norway, and also reaches out to the Baltic countries. The Central Western hub is connecting members from Germany, Belgium, France, Switzerland, and Austria. Southern Western Europe is Spain, Italy, Portugal, and parts also of France. And the Southeastern hub focuses on members in the consortium are from Greece, Croatia, and Slovenia, and we also have linked partners in Bulgaria. And this new Central Eastern hub is actually coordinated by partners in Romania and Ukraine, and they involve also partners from Slovakia, Czech Republic, and Hungary. And the idea of these hubs is that they work, first of all, within their hub to identify the common challenges and the common opportunities. They also map these different best practices that we can identify, and then gradually, identify the main priorities, the main common priorities, which are suitable also for follow-up actions under different funding programs. This is an overview of the survey that we have been conducting. This was a survey within the network, and we identified 245 best practices and innovations. Some of these are quite similar, but it's always very interesting to see the variety also of solutions throughout Europe, especially in this new field of digitalization, which is really interesting to all actors in a way. You see here on this graph that a lot of technology is being developed or has been developed already in the forest inventory and forest assessment side. This is, let's say, the majority of tools and apps and solutions you find. Another major part is harvesting, logistics, and transport. That you also have a lot of digital solutions that are already being implemented in the market. But of course, also other aspects are important. For example, reaching out to forest owners and supporting forest owner cooperation. Looking at forest management activities, how to deal with ecosystem services and different aspects also relating to silvicultural systems and the whole logistics of the processing. So as you see, this is ongoing. It's really quite an active consortium, and a lot of knowledge can be found. And the idea is really to connect these different regions and to connect a common database for best practices in forestry and digitalization. So the main idea is to provide positive impulses for the uptake of these solutions, to really do a first survey focusing really on this ARCIS related to forestry, and provide practical information for foresters within the regions. So these business abstracts and these fact sheets that will be created will also be translated in national languages, which is a major effort also in this project, that it's really accessible and usable within the hubs. And in the mid and longer term, we also try to promote, of course, positive impacts for the forestry chain in the sector. So thanks a lot for this very quick overview. I hope you will also be interested in this project. We will have a platform up soon where you can look through all these different best practices and where you can also interact and connect to the project.